Hello! Just wanted to make a quick video / correction to one of the points I've made in my last video, the Imprisoned Turnabout Barricades players behind the bars of Boredom. In that video, I mentioned that Miles Edgeworth, who I call Meckles over the course of GK2's events, because he might as well be a different character, never actually had to directly work under someone else as a subordinate prior to the events of the Imprisoned Turnabout. This is completely false, as Edgeworth did act as a subordinate to Franziska when his investigative rights were threatened in Turnabout Ablaze during the final boss battle. My hat's out to Barricades, hopefully I didn't mess up any pronunciation, for pointing this out to me in a comment they've made. Quote, "What about Franziska in case 5 of GK1? Clearly they're bringing up a detail that I did ultimately forget after years of not having played GK1. My last playthrough was in 2018, so while forgetting a couple details from that game is completely fine, making inaccuracies in my analyses stemming from my imperfect knowledge of the series is admittedly pretty stupid, and I will acknowledge my mistake. In this line you're seeing right now, Franziska literally reminds her adopted brother that he's her subordinate at that specific moment. Basically, when his investigative rights are stripped away, which often tends to occur in both Yakut and Kenji games, Miles Edgeworth in GK1 and Meckles Engineworth in GK2 both have to resort to requesting help from an ally to keep investigating the scene in question. Also, in the previous video, I mentioned that an Insignificant case happened off-screen to justify Meckles bringing up that strategy, when in reality, we got to see it happen entirely on-screen, manifesting in the form of Turnabout Ablaze, which is definitely not insignificant, and is actually one of my favorite cases of all time. And in retrospect, I feel really dumb for saying that. Thanks again to Barricades for the enlightenment. Again, please correct me for the pronunciation. Oh, and one last thing. Speaking of enlightenment, if you noticed any major inconsistency or flaw with any of my videos or the reasoning within them, please point them out. I am not always right, and human error will always be inevitable. Thanks for watching. Here's to a great 2024, especially considering the Apollo Justice sequel trilogy is coming out. Goodbye.